My opponent stated that fracking does not contaminate the environment or is not a biological threat to the state of the environment. However, an article on tribelib.com reports that John Fair, who lives about half a mile from McIntyre's, said he drilled a well last year and that the well had been crystal clear for about 6 months. But when the oil drilling began to take place, the water turned black like oil and it wasn't usable. Another example, McIntyre said her well was fine when tested in 2004. She showed Tribune review tests from 2011 from Rex, the DEP and an outside agency, some of which showed elevated iron and manganese levels. Also, she said at least one test showed the presence of toluene, a toxic solvent found in paints, solvents, and other household products. So, the oil drilling that takes place around the neighborhood home affects the water in the wells and makes it toxic to be not drinkable, according to this article. My opponent also stated that toxic chemicals used in fracking only compose 2% of the entire solvent. However, this 2% is dangerous to human health and poisonous to humans and wildlife. According to an article called Carl Stiles, Fracking Activist Dies Away from His Contaminated Marcellus Shale Home. Fractivist Carl Stiles of Bradford County, PA, died last night after living with illnesses caused by shale gas drilling. Mr. Stiles was forced to move away from his Bradford County home as an environmental refugee. Carl Stiles had intestinal cancer, which he blamed on Chesapeake's gas drilling. He and his wife abandoned their home last November at the urging of a toxicologist who found barium, arsenic, and volatile organic chemicals in Carl's blood. Strontium, uranium, and radium were found in their water. They've been told to expect to get leukemia within 2 years. The radioactivity level in their home was almost 7 times the EPA standard limit. The Stiles were forced to abandon their home and all their possessions in it, and Carl died of intestinal cancer in January 26, 2011. So the chemicals, which are only 2% of the entire fracking fluid, actually are harmful to human health. And my opponent also stated and talked about a website that revealed all the chemicals used in fracking liquids. However, currently there is no law that prohibits oil companies to not reveal all of the ingredients that they use in fracking liquids. So under the FRAC Act, oil companies would be required to reveal all of the chemicals that they use in the liquids.